I'm doing, folks. Welcome back. It's John Pettipas. I'm doing a video this afternoon on the fishermen that have fished for years, in many cases well over a half a century, that have what they call these B. There's the A licenses. That's one crew. And there's the B licenses. And the B license is a license that can only have a fraction of traps. It's 90 traps as opposed to 250 regular fishermen, but they can't have these districts, lobster districts I'm in. I'm recording from Trackety, Antigonish County, Nova Scotia. That's in the eastern part of mainland Nova Scotia, Atlantic Canada. So these B licenses, when the guy's no longer able to fish or dies, the license gets just revoked. I know one individual who I believe is, if he's not 87 now, will be shortly. He fished till he was 86. He's 71 years fishing. He fished since he was a boy at Port Malcolm at 14 years old and can maintain fishing for 71 years in good times and bad. I know a gentleman at Pirate Harbor, him and his wonderful wife. I think he's 81 now, I believe. He's fished for probably damn near 60 years. And I know of somebody, was a gentleman in Port Hawkesbury who since died. He used to live next door to the fire department on Hiram Street. He used to come and buy stuff in the store. He's a great customer. And he fished till he was very elderly. And he loved the whole crew to him. These fishing guys with the B licenses, they're the finest bunch of fishermen, finest bunch of gentlemen you want to meet. Pretty well to a man. They take and they love what they're doing, but too friggin' bad they can't sell those lakes. Now, adult fishermen, I don't care whether people like this or not. Greed is a terrible thing. I know a gentleman out west, he's worth 25, 30 million now, maybe more. Natural gas prices are up now, and he had natural gas wells. He was involved in the oil business, private natural gas wells, small fields throughout Alberta by pipelines, been involved in construction materials for construction. And he told me 12, 15 years ago, greed is a terrible thing. And it's like a virus, a disease. And it's affected our fishermen big time. Generally speaking, there are exceptions, but generally speaking, the ones with the A licenses, A lobster license with 250 traps, and the crab licenses, they're in a league by themselves for greed. They give greed a new meaning. And there's a couple in that business that have been in it a long time. Fish from crab was 25, 30 cents a pound in good years and bad, and stuck with it. Interesting, those guys aren't like that. I know one at Cape George. I know one at Mabu, that's that category. They're kind and good people. But greed is a terrible thing, and it becomes not right now. I can tell you point blank that you're getting record catches and highest prices one could ever consider getting right now. And people laughed when John Pettipas made recordings and said, Vladimir Putin's going to go in Ukraine. Well, I'm going to tell you something else. That smirky little communist evil man, he is going to go after Taiwan. Now, either he's a liar or a bullshitter, and he's an evil man, but he's not. He's repeatedly said he wants to take back free China, real China. And when that day comes, your crab prices are going to go down like somebody's penis after the second round on their wedding night. Okay? That'll be talked about the wharf. Okay? Your crab prices and lobster prices are going to go down like somebody's penis after the second round on the wedding night. Okay? Mr. Whitey from New York City had a comment at one time, and I can't repeat it on my videos. It's too risque. He was bang on the money to it. Mr. Charlie Whitey was a Marine veteran of World War II, and a fantastic gentleman. Anyway, to the federal minister of fisheries, I don't know. We've had men in those positions and women, and it seems to be, with rare exceptions, the stupid one in the caucus, be it a Tory or Liberals, get made minister of fisheries. Certainly when, and you can quote me, certainly when Bernadette Jordan was minister of fisheries, that was very true. I think the lady in British Columbia actually is on the ball. Okay, it must be hard for somebody in the other coast of the country to understand what lobster fishing is like. It's more so it's haddock and crab and salmon. That's their interest out there. But But there's no reason, there's not many of these B licenses left. There's no reason why they can't transfer them. And I've had beautiful big tractor coming up the road here. That's why I'm staring out the window's office. They take anyway beauty of modern farming technology. They take there's no reason why they can't be allowed to sell those licenses. I've heard some fishermen say, no, we don't want it. I may as well tell you an example. There's a gentleman in South Shore, Nova Scotia, with his sons are God's special children. They're men now, and they are mentally handicapped, and they're very good fellas. And the father is getting very old, and he says, I need the money to help support my wife and my two sons. They're not institutionalized, and they're wonderful Christian. And I had a fisherman, I was shocked when he said it, because he knows better that, well, the government hates and let that guy, I think, sell his, and makes a precedent. Well, greed is a terrible thing, and I do it on behalf of the 87, this video on behalf of the 86 or 8, soon to be 87-year-old gentleman that fished for 71 years, 7 decades from 1 year. Gentleman at Pirate Harbor, him and his wife, she can't go on a boat, can't have help. He's 50, 60 years at it. And there's some other ones around, I know. And there's no reason why they can't take and be. Maybe I'll talk in, give it an idea I don't really like, but put a surcharge on the sale of the inflated lobster licenses right now. We'll take 5% of the sale of every A license and give it to the beef fishermen to buy them out. That would say, and I don't think that's a good idea. The government should just simply allow those licenses to be sold. But anyway, that'll get your attention. With that, I gotta go. It's John Pettipas. Share this video far and wide. And again, I repeat, there's no reason why. I think there's probably 100 or so. It might not even double. High single digits, very low double digits. That's the number of B licenses left in Nova Scotia. And I don't think there's many in PEI. Not going to affect your precious catches one bit. With that, I got to go. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless. Happy fishing.